Video, I'm going to share with you the equipment that I use to run my entire online yoga business in 2023. I've made a few upgrades, so if you've seen some videos in the past, stay tuned because I've got some different equipment, very similar but different, and it might be time for you to upgrade as well, and these recommendations might be helpful for you. So as I go through all of these, just know that the links to everything are going to be in the description. I also have a link to my Amazon page where you can see all of these little tools and equipment pieces. So if there's something that you're curious about, feel free to ask a question or go and check it out at one of those links. So first and foremost, I have my trusty MacBook Pro, and I actually just upgraded this last year. My old one was a 2015, so it had been about 7 years, and this is now a 2022, brand new. So this is something I do not skimp on. This is something I don't try to save money on. I am all about ease and the fact that this is an investment and it's what's going to run my business for the next 6 to 7 years. So I will get what works for me, and that is an Apple computer, a MacBook Pro. So if you ask me for another kind of recommendation for a computer, I don't have any. But you can also always go to YouTube or other Facebook groups and ask other yoga teachers what they would recommend beyond Apple computers. But this is what I use and always will. The next thing with equipment you have to think about, can people see you and can they hear you? So with people seeing me, that's a camera. I run my business on my computer because it makes things more efficient. It allows me to do all the editing and all the things that I need to do without transferring files. There's also a lot more options when it comes to Zoom and how to adjust things, and it makes it simple. So my phone oftentimes has distractions. I don't put it on Do Not Disturb, or things happen, where my computer I know is just solid, good to go. That's what it's used for. So for seeing me, I use a camera. I use a webcam. So this is the Logitech Brio. This is what I recommend because it makes the picture more wide angle than a couple other webcams. And all you do is plug it in. You just plug it into your computer. There's no downloading software. There's nothing confusing. It just shows up as a camera option and you're good to go. Now, if you're like me and you have a new computer, you may need an adapter so that it actually can plug in to what's available to you. So this is to USB-C. This is a USB-A cable. You could also get a cable to that's USB-C to USB-C. Anyway, the cables don't really matter just as long as you can plug it in. And Logitech Brio, that's what I'm gonna say, because the colors pop a little bit more, a little more wide angle, it fills the space a bit more. Along with the camera, what also helps your camera is really good lighting. If you don't have wonderful window light like I do, you may need some help with your lighting. I have a bunch of softbox light kits, and I'm not going to show those to you right now. I have one of them on me. I also have a ring light. One is not better than the other, but what you want is light from different angles. So from the sides, from in front, or on top of you, as long as you're trying to eliminate shadows. And you'll also notice there are some shadows in here. I could do better with the lighting. I'm not too concerned about it as long as you can see me for the most part. So lighting is important and can really help. If you don't have a great webcam, lighting can really help increase the video quality. Okay, beyond that, after people can see me, what about hearing me? Yes, as a yoga teacher specifically, I want people to be able to hear me in a very clear and crisp way. And I have been using the Rode Wireless Go microphone for 3 years. And in fact, I just upgraded, not just upgraded, but I upgraded last year to the Rode Wireless Go 2. And I thought to myself, I'm just gonna use this, what I'm using now, the original Rode Wireless Go, until it dies. Well, it's been 3 years. It's been 3 years and it's not dying. It's still great. However, I have an upgraded option, so why not use the one that's just slightly better? So I have been using the Rode Wireless Go 2. It comes with a receiver that plugs into your device, and then 2 microphones. I really only need one, but for some reason I've got a backup. But if I had like a second person, or for some reason needed to, I could have that. But I just use the one, and I either clip it like kind of I'm doing right here, or I use a lavalier. And along with the Rode Wireless Go 2, I also upgraded my lavalier microphone. A lavalier is a clip-on microphone. This is the Rode Lavalier 2. So I also have the Rode Lavalier Go, which is the original version, and it plugs directly into the microphone of the Rode Wireless Go. And it's great, right? Well, now they have the 2 version, and there's a few little upgrades, a better little carrying case. The sound quality is clearer. The clip itself is nicer. So there's a lot of great things about it. And this is actually a great upgrade. I'm very glad that I got it. And so when I don't want to clip this onto me, or if I am moving around a bunch and I need a lavalier, I will use this. And you have to pair this with the Rode Wireless Go 2. You don't plug it directly into your computer. There's another a separate kind of lavalier for that, and I won't go into those details. But I typically just use Rode Wireless Go 2 and maybe the lavalier microphone. Along with the Rode Wireless Go 2, know that you may need some different cables. And I talk about a lot of them in different videos and how to attach to your phone and how to attach it to your computer so it works. But you have to test it out depending on the device you're filming with. For many people, you can plug in the Rode Wireless Go 2 directly to your computer and it might work. I think it actually works with my new MacBook, but with my old one it didn't. So I needed some adapters. I needed things that were sold separately. And so if you want to check out some of those videos, go and head on over to my playlist on wireless microphones, where you'll see how to troubleshoot, how to connect to a phone, how to connect to a computer. And those are some of my most popular videos. They're just quick 5-minute videos. So make sure to check those out. So that's my microphone that I use. I love it. I use it when I'm teaching yoga classes or doing things like this where I'm kind of far away. But when I do videos like this, I also have another microphone I often use, and that is something I have had for about 5 years now, and I will still use it. It's the Blue Yeti microphone. Blue Yeti standing mic. This plugs right into my computer. Once again, no downloading software, anything. You just plug it in or plug it in with the adapter, and you're off to go. And this one has some settings where you can set it so it's just direction one way or 2 ways, like an interview, or all around. And this is great for like podcasting or direct to camera videos like I'm doing right here. You can set the volume, you can adjust. This is what I often use for my Zoom trainings when I'm just kind of standing at my computer. So I like my Blue Yeti microphone. Then I know that nothing is kind of getting rustled, or it also sounds better. It sounds better when you're right up next to it. So I like this one. I think this one's really affordable. It's about $100 or so. In fact, all of this equipment is pretty affordable, but I guess it depends on what your budget is. But as a solo yoga entrepreneur running my own business from home, it's quite affordable. There's nothing that's, in the thousands beyond like a computer possibly, but that's something you're going to have for a very long time. Okay, a couple other pieces of equipment that I highly recommend is, number one, a hard drive to save and back up your files, especially if you're doing a lot of videos. You don't want all of your files just hanging out on your computer, and maybe you save them to a cloud storage place, but you never know what could happen. So I recommend a hard drive of sorts. I have a 5 terabyte hard drive, which is a lot of space, and it's what I need to save all my video files. And not a tech equipment, but something that I always use for my morning movement and meditation classes are different affirmation cards. And this is my favorite deck of all time. I will link the I Am card deck in the description so you can see it. This one has 60 affirmations, and I like it because it's got the affirmation and then a sentence at the bottom that help to create the theme for my daily morning yoga practice. So when I get on Zoom, I've got everything set. I've got my webcam, I've got my microphone, I set, awesome, plug everything in. It's been there, it's set up, ready for me. I pull my affirmation and go, welcome to class. Today we are persistent, or today I am positive. I think good thoughts and attract good things into my life. And then I say, okay, everyone back up and let's get our movement practice going. So affirmation cards can help to give you a theme for your classes, especially if you teach kind of a daily similar class day to day, which I do. But that's my equipment. That's my equipment that I use. Again, you may need some adapters and some different cables. Try it out. Try out something that works for you. And if any of this helped, make sure to check out some of those links. If you have questions, leave a comment and I'm happy to help you troubleshoot. Know that I am not an expert at any of this. I just know 1 or 2 things that you may not know, or I'm 1 or 2 steps ahead. I'm not an expert at audio equipment or anything, but I'm a problem solver, and that's what I do best is I problem solve and look for the things that are going to help me to be the most efficient and effective in what I want to do towards my goals, which is to be an online yoga teacher, growing my family, and allowing me to work from home in the best way possible, at least in this stage of my life. And in 5-10 years, it might be different. Maybe I'll own a studio again. But right now, working from home is the best option, and it makes me the most happy being able to spend time with my little kids and also show up for all of you out there. So thanks for watching. Hope this helped you, and I'll see you next time.